Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Derek from Strive. Today we are going to go over a video about protein. Now, most people nowadays do not get enough protein, especially women, especially when people start trying to lose weight. And the reason why we want to keep that is because protein helps us not only build lean muscle, but keep lean muscle. Because when we're on a deficit, when we're on a diet, especially if it's a really, really restrictive, low-calorie diet, not only do we lose weight and fat, but we lose muscle, and that's part of that weight. Okay, so even though we might lose 30 pounds in a really, really restrictive diet, some of it's fat, some of it's water weight, some of it is muscle. Okay, and that's why it's a little bit slower process that we're looking for, because we want to keep that lean muscle as much as humanly possible, and it's really, really easy to lose muscle when we're in that deficit. So that's really, really key, especially as we start getting down to lower weights and trying to get that more lean muscle look. All right, and the main reason why is more muscle equals more calories burned. So the more muscle you have, the more you just burn by doing nothing. Okay, the higher your BMR is, everything like that, the more muscle you have, because it's just burning burning calories without doing anything. So we want to keep that lean muscle because it keeps us in the better equation of energy in, energy out. Second one is it's satiating. Okay, it keeps us full, especially if we actually get more than just supplements. Okay, if we're having a big piece of chicken or steak or fish or anything like that, it helps us keep full. So when we are trying to lose that weight, we are lower calories, we don't have those cravings, so we're not starving. Okay, so it helps us doing that. It also burns more calories as it's digested. Okay, it's called thermic effective food, and our body burns calories while it's digesting food. And between carbs and fats and proteins, the macronutrients, proteins burns the most calories while we digest it. So again, energy in, energy out. Okay, so that's why higher protein diets are the most successful. Okay, so if it's consistently higher protein, carbs and fats really don't matter the equation. Okay, one or the other is going to fluctuate, but as long as protein is consistent, we see great results. Okay. And one of the main things is it will not be stored as fat. Okay, if you overeat and get up the really high numbers of fats and carbs and stuff like that, and really, really high up, and we do it too fast, some of that can be stored as fat, or again, which is stored energy. Protein does not. Okay, so we can go a little bit higher on the protein, and it won't be stored as fat. It end up just leaving the body. So, what do we want? Okay, around 0.8 to 1.2 grams per body weight. Give or take, this really depends on what the overall goal is. Where we're at is really, really individualized, but that is rule of thumb. Most people do not get that. If we're going for something, at minimum around 120 to 140 for women, 180 for guys, that is a good portion of that. Okay, if we're an obese client, we're going to end up using our goal weight. Okay, because for 300 pounds, we're not going to get 300 grams of protein or anything like that. So we're going to end up using what our end goal weight is. But again, generally, 120 to 140 for women, 180 for guys. That's a really, really good rule of thumb. Okay, what's a portion? So a portion is palm size. Okay, that is roughly around 4 to 5 ounces of meat, anything like that. Around about 3 to 4 eggs, and then 20 to 30 grams. So if we're looking at MyFitnessPal or anything like that, what does equal 20 to 30 grams? That's a good portion. And if we put that into 4 meals, now all of a sudden we get that 120 relatively easy. All right. So that is protein. It is very, very crucial that we end up doing that. This is why this is usually the first step in the macros that we really want to focus on, because if we get this as well as the calories as well as our planning down, we're going to get great results.